What would happen if humanity suddenly disappeared? Human civilization controls enormous systems that operate constantly across the planet. Power grids, transportation networks, communication systems, factories, satellites, governments. Modern society depends on billions of people maintaining these systems every single day. But what would happen if humanity suddenly disappeared? What would happen to Earth if every human vanished without warning? Today, we're exploring what would happen if humanity suddenly disappeared and how quickly civilization itself would begin collapsing without human control. The first changes would happen almost immediately. Within hours, power stations around the world would begin shutting down. Most modern electrical grids require constant human supervision. Without operators maintaining systems, blackouts would rapidly spread across cities and countries. At night, enormous regions of Earth would suddenly fall into darkness. Another major problem would involve transportation. Cars would crash. Planes without pilots would eventually fall from the sky once fuel systems failed. Ships would drift uncontrolled across oceans. Subways and trains would stop operating. The global transportation network humanity depends on would begin collapsing within hours. Another disturbing reality involves animals. Pets trapped inside homes and apartments would struggle to survive without humans providing food or water. Some domestic animals might adapt over time. Others would disappear completely. Meanwhile, wild animals would slowly begin returning to urban environments once human activity vanished. Another terrifying possibility involves nuclear power plants. Modern nuclear facilities require cooling systems and maintenance to operate safely. Emergency systems would activate automatically for a period of time, but eventually, failures could occur at certain facilities if systems completely shut down. Some experts believe multiple environmental disasters could unfold across the planet over time. Another unsettling change would involve cities themselves. Without maintenance, buildings would slowly begin deteriorating. Glass would break, water systems would fail. Flooding would damage underground infrastructure. Plants would begin growing through roads, sidewalks, and abandoned structures. Nature would slowly reclaim urban environments. Another frightening reality is how dependent modern civilization is on constant maintenance. Bridges, dams, tunnels, and infrastructure require continuous repair to remain safe. Without humans maintaining these systems, structural failures would gradually increase over time. Another dramatic transformation would involve satellites. Many satellites orbiting Earth require adjustments and maintenance. Over time, communication systems and navigation networks would begin failing. Eventually, large portions of humanity's digital infrastructure would disappear entirely. Another disturbing possibility involves chemical facilities and industrial sites. Without monitoring and maintenance, some industrial systems could release dangerous chemicals into the environment. Factories, pipelines, and storage facilities may eventually become unstable. Another fascinating change would involve wildlife. In many regions, forests would slowly spread into abandoned cities. Animals would adapt to human-free environments. Some species currently threatened by human activity might recover over time. Earth itself would begin changing dramatically without human influence. Another terrifying realization is how temporary civilization may actually be. Modern cities often feel permanent, but without constant maintenance, nature can slowly erase human structures over surprisingly short periods of time. Even massive buildings eventually decay. Another unsettling possibility involves historical memory itself. Over thousands of years, storms, earthquakes, vegetation, erosion, and environmental forces would gradually erase much of humanity's physical presence from the planet. Future intelligent life might discover only fragments of modern civilization. Another frightening truth is how fragile many human systems truly are. Modern civilization depends heavily on electricity, communication, transportation, supply chains, and global cooperation. Without humans actively maintaining these systems, collapse would begin remarkably quickly. Yet, despite this, Earth itself would continue existing. Oceans would still move, forests would still grow, animals would still evolve. The planet would continue long after human civilization disappeared. The truth is that humanity has built one of the most advanced civilizations in history. But without humans themselves, the systems supporting modern society may collapse far faster than most people realize. And eventually, nature could erase many signs humanity ever existed at all. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more difficult topics simply explained. And comment what you think would disappear first if humans suddenly vanished.